Straight right just misses. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Beautiful counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Both trying for a knockout. That counter shot lands. And he scores with the counter. A straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. We know they've got the advantage. This is the beginning of round 6. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
One punch could change everything in this battle. Nice counter. Both men step back for just a moment. Neither fighter willing to slow down. But Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. What would you tell them? Here we go. It's round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be afraid. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice exchange here from both men. Better start respecting each other's punching power. Swing and a miss for that jab. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
His leg. And there's the bell for round 8. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not and twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Punch, counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Punch, counter punch. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
A perfect counter shot. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Solid punch. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
I need to see that again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out. Shots like that in the...
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is El Nino de... It's the... This bout, you can tell... What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Solid punch. And he scores with the counter. That big hook doesn't land. That jab won't score. Those counter punches have to hurt. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think light, concentrate.
There's a counter shot. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Misses with that jab. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Punch, counter punch. This fighter is a swarmer. They're like a mosquito that just won't leave you alone, except this mosquito can knock you out with one punch.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Pacquiao is rocked. And Pacquiao goes to the canvas. I don't know, I gotta take another look at that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with that jab. The straight right just misses. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Tried to score with a jab. Catch and shoot. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. That counter punch caught him clean. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They exchange punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Linares in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
There's the bell for round 3. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Ready for that counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A perfect counter lands. And Manny goes down. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
That's lights out right there.
Well, he's had enough, and he is gonna quit. It'll be tough to forget this. It's the...
This bout is scheduled for...
Well, I hope... We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. That one lands. A perfect counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with it.
Oh, man, you've got swarm in your face. You've got to try and push him off, make him go into the rope. You've got to sometimes fight fire with fire. Put him on the blind side of the referee. Get him angry.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
How about that time counter shot? Do you believe what we are seeing? These two were made for each other. A perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He threw a punch and just got countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Manny. Here we go for round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Jorge Linares is in some serious, serious trouble. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Good counter punching. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Every time, he throws very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao now. On to the third. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Caution being thrown to the wind. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. wasn't ready for that counter punch. Tried to score with a jab. There's that counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still. Hold it right there. The Venezuelan is rocked. And right back into the fray.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Good counter punch. That uppercut does not score.
Nigga, why isn't
When
it?
they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao. Back at it in round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This is a high-octane battle. Well done with that counter shot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way to a fight.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judge.
Got your bitch ass
I
knocked
don't
out,
think we
nigga.
can truly appreciate what we saw unless
Got
we see
your
it in
bitch
slow motion.
A shot from the gods took it.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Catch and shoot. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about man. On to the 5th we go. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? So much firepower here. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That counter shot lands. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. Do you believe what we're seeing? Punch, counter punch. And he scores with the counter. Nice counter punch. You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. They exchange punches. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao now. On to the 6th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter. Not a lot of defense here at all. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
How about that time counter shot? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice defense there, blocking the hook. Good counter punching. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They exchange punches. Nice counter. And that left hook doesn't find its target. Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny. Here comes round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
That counter shot lands. Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Oh my God, Johnny! And this fight is over. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to. Clearly, his opponent was too much for him, and he's thrown in the towel. Well, the corner has thrown in the towel, and that